Look at the Earth at night. Every point of light is a place that is already connected to electricity, to the internet, to opportunity. Now look at the dark parts of our planet: Africa, Southeast Asia, and Latin America. Currently, 2.2 billion people, more than 1 in 4 of us, are completely offline. It's not slow internet. There is no internet at all. And 300 million children are either not in school at all or functionally illiterate. This is no longer a technology issue. We already have the technology. It is a matter of will. And Alan believes this can be fixed, not in 1 generation, but in 1 decade. Alan calls this the biggest moonshot for humanity, closing the digital divide. Hello. If we haven't met before, I am the digital avatar of Dr. Alan Ross. Alan researches, writes, and oversees everything in this video and our global webinar twice a month. I help disseminate AI information to the developing world while he is busy researching the next topic for our webinar and preparing a weekly summary of important AI developments for government officials, AI entrepreneurs, and the AI Academy. Here is the scale of the problem. According to the United Nations International Telecommunication Union, 2.2 billion people, nearly a quarter of the global population, are not connected today, and 96% of them live in low and middle-income countries. In rural areas, only 58% of people are connected, compared to 85% in urban areas, a gap that locks entire regions out of modern life. Worldwide, around 300 million children and adolescents are either not receiving any education or are functionally illiterate, nearly 100 million of whom are in sub-Saharan Africa alone. And across the global south, more than 30 million university graduates cannot find jobs, even though they are educated. They simply lack the skills that the world currently needs most: skills in AI. 3 broken systems, connectivity, energy, and opportunity, reinforce each other. However, none of them are unsolvable. In 1961, President Kennedy told Congress that the United States must land a man on the moon before this decade is out. A year later, at Rice University, he explained why. "We choose to go to the moon not because it is easy, but because it is hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills." One public declaration mobilized an entire nation and resulted in many new technologies that we still use today. We believe every emerging world leader needs their own moonshot, and it should be this. Every child in our country, no matter how poor, where they live or what language they speak, will receive a free education, and we will eliminate the digital divide in rural areas. 1 sentence. A universally praised commitment that can be funded, and everything else follows from there. So how do we actually convey this? 3 resources that the world already has are currently underutilized. First, more than 30 million unemployed graduates in developing countries, trained and educated minds with no place to apply them. Second, more than 4,000 AI academies looking for trainees who can turn those graduates into AI entrepreneurs in a few months, not years. And third, more free solar energy falls in developing countries every day than those countries use in a full year. Combine these 3 things, graduates, AI academies, and solar, and you have everything you need to educate every child and connect every village. Nothing new needs to be created. It just needs to be organized and mobilized through the use and application of AI. Start with energy, because without power nothing functions. Most of the unconnected world is within the solar belt, receiving many times more solar energy in a day than it uses in a year. And the cost of capturing that energy has fallen and dropped 90% in the last 10 years. China now dominates this sector, producing over 86% of the world's solar modules and more than 90% of the world's polysilicon and solar wafers, and that scale continues to pressure module prices year after year. The World Bank estimates that solar mini-grids alone could sustainably power 380 million people across Africa by 2030. The Chinese construction industry has also pioneered robotic modular buildings, factories that produce 50 building modules per day, built with precision to within 2 millimeters, reducing construction time by more than 60%. Schools and solar-powered mini-grids can now be built in factories and shipped, rather than being constructed brick by brick over many years. It is the precise technical knowledge that the Moonshot partnership with China can bring to provide fast and cheap solar power and rapid modular construction for every school and village that needs it. If this expertise can be combined and funded with the vast financial resources now held by the US through its frontier model companies and big tech firms, it would enable the two most powerful global forces to collaborate. While competing in AI and many other fields, cooperation here for the common good would eliminate the digital divide to create a better world for all, and perhaps show them that cooperation is better than competition. Now the human side. After a village has power, the next step is to turn unemployed graduates into problem solvers. The AI academies, which are already operating across the developing world, can use centrally developed AI entrepreneurship courses to train unemployed graduates to build AI tools using no-code and low-code platforms. Educational applications that work on cheap phones with unstable signals, plant disease detectors for farmers, health chatbots, financial services for the unbanked, all built in their local language, as the Global South speaks more than 6,000 languages. This is not about training people to work for others. It's about turning every graduate into a founder. An AI entrepreneur building tools for local farmers doesn't just get a job, they build a business, and they employ 5, 10, 50 more people, and they help to provide food security for millions. That's how you turn 30 million unemployed graduates into 30 million engines of local economic growth to accelerate the economic development of the Global South. So, what is actually needed to lead this? Less than you might think. Google alone is investing $1 billion over 3 years just to bring AI training to American colleges. Alan proposes something similar, but with funds directed to selected developing countries. A pilot fund of about $3 billion from American frontier AI companies and big tech could prove that this model works in a number of pilot countries. This could finance the widespread deployment of proven AI solutions by concentrating their use in pilot countries and delivering ambitious projects in each country. Not a grant, an investment. Big tech gains millions of new AI builders as future customers and partners. Frontier AI labs get real-world applications at scale and the opportunity to show they are serious when they say they want AI to help humanity. And China, which has become a dominant force in low-cost solar modular construction and robotics, provides technical knowledge to build power and infrastructure quickly and cheaply. Two very different superpowers can each bring their strength to a common goal that can be funded and is apolitical. Connecting and educating the next billion people. This is not just theory. There is already a concept paper and proposed methodology being considered in key organizations. It uses illustrative countries to show how it could work. It argues that there needs to be one pilot country in each major region to provide a local example for each region. For example, Bolivia in Latin America. With strong sunlight, 37 languages, and fewer than 20 AI training providers ready to unite in one national network. Tanzania in Africa. 73 million people, 70% rural, 60% without electricity, despite having abundant solar potential, significant poverty, and about 1 million new graduates each year, pursuing only 156,000 jobs. In Bangladesh, in Asia, with 40 languages and 58% of the population without internet, where education can be a trigger to replace fossil energy with solar, saving up to $16 billion a year in fuel imports. 3 regions, 3 real starting points, 1 proof of concept. And if successful in 1 country per region, every neighbouring country will also want it. Alan's concept paper supporting this approach has been circulated to contacts in multilateral development banks, UN agencies, and international associations to initiate discussions on this issue. He has also developed 3 non-profit organizations to help the developing world keep pace with advancements in AI and technology that will impact their lives and livelihoods. Join us. Together we can ensure the wave of AI, like a rising tide, lifts every boat in every country, leaving no one behind. We are not lacking in technology. We are not lacking in capital. We are not lacking in sunlight, or smart graduates, or ambition. What has been missing until now is a catalyst like AI that can enable these resources to be used and combined effectively, along with a single declaration that unites, the same kind that put humans on the moon in a decade. So here is one that can be used by every country and advocated for and supported by the UN. In 10 years, we can connect every unconnected village and enroll every child in the developing world in school, powered by solar energy, delivered by a new generation of AI entrepreneurs, and supported by the two countries most capable of funding and building it. That is the greatest challenge of humanity, not because it is easy, but because right now, for the first time, it is truly within our reach. This also provides an unprecedented opportunity for two competing global powers to collaborate for the common good and help create a better, safer, and fairer world for all. Let's build that. If you find this content interesting, please check out the free downloadable resources on our website, including 5 introductory books on AI, available in 31 languages, and join us for a webinar twice a month on important AI issues. And please subscribe, like, and share this video so you can be notified every time we upload something new. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.